Seems pretty cool to me. Like sort of overwhelming team fight. They do have the Shadow Demon to like disrupt to save somebody.
Dispel
But
the
it feels
heal
like
too.
yeah, it feels like it's going to be a nice answer though to like the mag jumping in and RPing because your Warlock's almost never going to get caught in there with the rest of them. And simultaneously, Nyx is sort of the same way, right? Like if you see the jump in and you can react maybe in time with the Spike Carapace, you still get RP'd, but you stop the skewer up at least until Blink BKB.
I like this.
Rubik pick up first of the day. I guess that's. Would you say that's in response to the Warlock? That's a good steal.
Yes, it's in response to the Warlock. It's also in response to, I think, by picking up this Shadow Demon, I think they want to move this Lina to the mid lane versus the Viper, just because I think the Shadow Demons can be a little bit better as the 4, but then once the Warlock comes out, they're like, okay, we can take the Rubik now because we can steal the Viper to break the Viper, utilizing the Nether Toxin, so that's a pretty frustrating counter to play versus. And then, of course, anything you get from Warlock is generally going to be pretty strong.
Yeah. That's cool.
Excellent.
It does kind of, I think, leave them in kind of a weird state laning wise. Obviously, Lina mid is good, but Rubik can sometimes be a little bit underwhelming, I think. And I don't know. Do you think it's going to be for Rubik or is it going to be for Shadow Demon?
I don't know. I'm a little torn, to be honest. I think Zayats is more of a Shadow Demon player and Lil is more of a Rubik player. So I think that's how they're going to set it up. I'm not sure what the lanes are going to be. I'd prefer if the Mag and the Rubik were together. I think that's how they probably should start it. But I love it when Shadow Demon is allowed to get that space to get the Aghanim Scepter.
Right. Well, you can also do like, a disruption into skewer play or something like that. That's kind of hype. Pull back to a tower, maybe. I guess the same thing for lift, but disruption like is easier to get set up for it.
Yeah, they're going to go for the
TA pick.
Yeah. So that's probably mid, which means we're probably going to have Afterlife on the Viper here. I mean, we talk about how it didn't feel right for Rezo if he's playing the Viper, but for Afterlife, it's like a little bit more understandable, but it does put a lot of pressure on this mid hero for Gambit. I feel like you need a Puck-like hero. I mean, Puck's obviously banned out in the first phase, but someone who can tie this draft together with a very reliable initiation and control element.
Just to clarify, we're aware that the team names are flipped currently on the stream. You guys in the game, which team is which?
Yes,
HellRaisers
Gambit
has
is...
the
yeah, sorry, I wasn't looking at the stream preview.
HellRaisers,
Gambit is with the Templar Assassin right now, in case that was
I was very confused. I was not sure whether to be like, oh, thanks, Trent, or you're a moron. You don't know what you're talking about. These players are not.
Yeah. But pick a stun here. So either put safe lane TA and pick a mid with stuns, or put the TA mid versus the Lina, which is what they're probably going to do, and put a carry that has some form of stun. I don't care what it is, just anything. It can be Sven. Just give me something.
Well, they're banning out that Wraith King, so they're looking similarly to you, Will. And what do you expect this last ban for AS Monaco Gambit or last ban for HellRaisers will be?
Flip them again. I think
again, sorry.
I think that because Gambit right now is on their ban phase, probably. God, I don't even know. I guess to me the big thing that I would be worried about now is somebody that can just like carry the game and scale up with items. Maybe a Slark. Is Slark a dead hero? Is that terrible against Viper though? Maybe.
I mean, it used to be a pretty strong combo with the Magnus. Like Team Faceless used to run it way back in the day.
Right.
When they were dominating the C region, their two big combos were like Mag Slark and Mag Faceless Void. Both of them still in.
Do it against Viper.
They're going for that Naga Siren ban. It's a good combo with the Mag, I guess.
Yeah, that's a really interesting one to do, like Mag Viper. Mag Naga. That's not something you really think of as being like an empower hero, right? Because you're utilizing the illusions, but it puts more pressure on the RP potential by setting up with that song instead.
And banning the Monkey King. So we're probably looking for a melee carry here for HellRaisers. I guess Jugs on the line, perhaps a PA as well. They have a lot of burst to go with that.
Yeah, they've banned out a lot of the combos that are good with the Mag too. And just get control. Just get Void. I love this. That's all you needed in this pick. Don't make it complicated, you know?
Huh. What do you need? Troll?
What are these snap?
You need a Medusa, apparently.
Yeah, these snap picks, man. They're so confident in some of these drafts, but she does tend to be quite the counter to the Faceless Void, and that
It's a
also
cool man
explains
hero.
the Naga ban, right?
Yeah.
Because they didn't want something that's
And the
like super
PL.
strong versus the Chrono. Yeah. So there you go.
Makes sense. Two teams that potentially could go very late here in the last game of the evening. We could have a proper barnstormer. I'm going to head off for the final time today and let you two get on with it.
I hope it's not the final time. You still got to close out the show. Are we doing that? What's happening?
They'll come back.
All right, that's fair enough. Cool man playing on the Dusa. This is, I think, a very him hero. I feel like I've seen him on it more than a few times. But I don't know, there's something a little underwhelming about it. I don't know if I like it. It's like not an empower hero now. I mean, Medusa kind of can be because she has so much like base damage. What do you think of the drafts?
Well, I do love the as you said, not a huge empower target. Historically, we did have like a little bit of an era. I feel like where it was more common to have these ranged heroes with the Magnus, like Gyrocopter and Medusa were sort of a thing. But I do love having Rezo on the mag. We talked about Ramses and Rezo, like one of these heroes that the axe was always good, and I always felt like the mag was solid from both of them. So
Right.
I am looking forward to it in that regard because it does give him the ability to just like win the game. You know, that's what Magnus can do. If you got the skills to pay the bills, you got the RPs that give the thrills, and we have a game that
keep going
is starting. So get us off of
feel
these
the
stills.
chills. Feel the chills. Oh, that was good too. Good job there.
Thank you.
Man, my brain just busted there because I was trying so hard to find another thing that rhymed. That was good. That was really, really good.
Got to read more children's stories. You know, I'm filled with them. It's basically cheating.
That's true.
Yeah.
Dr. Seuss.
Now, Dr. Seuss cheats. He makes new words. All right. He just the flibber flabber, bigger jabber. That's all he does. You know, he just mumbles. Calls it a rhyme.
That's not what they do in rap sometimes too. I mean, depending upon the rapper, you got to be real about it.
He was a true creative. Dr. Seuss started it all.
That's right.
All right. So what do we think here, guys? We're gonna hang on this high ground. They see Lornov there with their ward. Now they're moving in because of that. And like, oh, hey, look, it's support.
They're crazy. Yo, what is happening? They're all just together right there. The runaway happens, and Gambit's like, okay, they wouldn't do that unless there were overwhelming numbers in the area.
All right, now
they sneak away some runes.
Or do they get this ward in mid lane now? Because this is I'm gonna be like, you know, they kind of knew like the way they moved when how we moved, or did they ward the high ground while they were there? Oh, 3 runes. I haven't seen that in a while.
That was nicely done. Very well played.
At least Dream went in behind and got the top rune.
Yeah, it could have been real bad otherwise. Rezo thought about going and contesting for that one. They almost got 4.
I missed with the sentry. He went for the high ground one. He's leaving with it.
Not great. Well, we'll see how this goes. TA versus Lena. Something that we haven't seen in a while, but I feel like this is always thought of as the counter, right?
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's a matchup that's changed a lot over time. But I mean, it used to be back in the day you couldn't actually see the refraction charges. That was like the first time the matchup really changed, I think, is because like now the Lena players are more confident when they can actually go for their spells. Because before you had to like perfectly count every single time when you were going to be able to actually cast your spells on the Templar Assassin, which was kind of annoying. I think these days it's mostly even, honestly. TA gets a slight edge because of the ease of farming neutrals, I think. So you don't have to spend anything, right?
Right, that makes sense. I will say, Young G's been doing a really good job of sort of hitting these LSAs. This has been a great battle of mids, I think, all 3 games. I've really been enjoying watching them play against each other. So something cool. Keep your eyes out for here. So far, 4-2 versus 3-0. So Young G getting a little bit better at the TA, at least the first wave.
Just pelting away, and of course also has the vision advantage. So many things that come into play when you talk about like who wins a matchup.
Damn.
Don't pre-death tip. That's no good. You got to get the kill first.
I mean, I think he's just happy with how much freaking damage he took on Afterlife. Yeah.
I thought about chasing that courier for a second there.
Another stun connected there in the mid lane onto the runoff. And yeah, it is so far so good looking pretty solid for HellRaisers. All 3 lanes, they're coming out just ever so slightly ahead.
I think Young G is playing exceptionally well, as you said, just like keeping an eye on this mid lane. And then not letting Lorinov get any real punishes with the side bleeds is just so important in this matchup. And hitting so many LSAs, too, in combination with the last hits. And we'll go even on the water runes, though.
Okay.
I would think.
As it happens. He'll be fine, unless they hit, like, amazing Light Strike arrays. No, it would have been sick. I mean, with Lena's range, you could conceivably try and go for, like, a deny play or something, but a little bit too much to ask there, probably.
Meanwhile, yeah, no stacks up here, and a blocked Ancient Camp there. Excellently observed, so and try and reduce the farm coming out of that part of the map.
Mm-hmm.
That's,
also on the other side.
Sorry, AD warded. Yes, it'll now be spawning, so we'll be good.
Yeah. 3 minutes here, and Medusa down bottom in some trouble. Goes down to the combo.
Tips so bad, yeah.
back.
Dude, that's
like
what you
that.
get. All right, that's the most deserved tip I've seen today.
Oh, very well played.
Yeah, Rezo tried something there. Tried a body block to save his courier side, but couldn't quite get it. And, oh, it's going to be an early earn now for Afterlife. I love that. Keep the sustain up and the pressure in this bottom lane. That is one thing about this Medusa pick. I feel like they've kind of picked a hero that shouldn't fare particularly well versus this Viper. I guess it is only a Nyx Assassin, though, so they don't really have, like, the best bullying combo. Up top, that's going to be quite a bit of damage on the Rezo.
Fatal Bonds paired together with the time dilation, not bad. Thankfully, Zaitz didn't have any on him at the same moment, but keeps the pressure on up top, trying to buy a little bit of extra space for Dream as well. Is he in some trouble here?
Oh, nice.
Dude.
I can't believe he lived. He stole it from him. That's
what
depressing.
A baller.
Yeah, Will's got the plays. And, yeah, I mean, we didn't mention it, but we did get the laning setup that we kind of hoped for in terms of, like, who's playing what and where they're set up. I think this was the way to go from HellRaisers. It can be risky as the Rubik going in that 5 role, but, I think the Nyx Assassin, not the best laner. Like, that's not his strong suit, right? He's not bad. Oh, nice kill.
Yeah, very nicely done. And another tip back on Decisive after earlier. Yeah, they're giving him a little bit of punishment here. Not feeling super comfy right now on this Shadow Demon.
Yeah, and Dream actually held on to that time walk and was able to get the salve up too, so looking real good.
And Lina forces Lorinov out of lane completely. And this is, okay, good glyph. This is going to keep alive the wave and away from his tower at least for a little bit longer. But I don't know if he gets there in time, actually. It's another Dragon Slave, and yeah, he's going to miss a wave under tower here.
Yeah, it basically just costs Young G some mana to, like, force it down as fast as possible. They'll be doing the bottle up and the quick TP out of here. Oh, there was a sentry in the fountain he needed first anyway, so.
Okay. Gets back in time for that last creep, at least for the XP for it, as Immersion's going to be pushed back a little bit there by Lil. You can see that, Afterlife is able to catch back up a little bit, but still behind right now on the Dusa in spite of that kill, at least as far as the last hits are concerned.
You can tell he's a TA player though, right? Because he in preparation for level 6, he comes back with the sentry to try and cover that mid lane to make sure he's going to have the trap sound for potential ganks.
Mm-hmm. His Dream tanking up to 5 there on the stacks of the Shadow Poison. Zayat still only level 2 on it, and of course can just go for the time walk afterwards. So
the catapult, it got saved by the enemy catapult, so it didn't go under the tower. That was huge for HellRaisers, because now they'll get some free damage on this tower right now, and Dream just trying to pull the wave back.
Yeah, that is nice, definitely.
They're not going to go for a play anyway, so not going to wind up being much. Zayas is just going to use that space to instead go for a ward. So even though you're not getting this crazy pressure on the tower, it draws the 2 heroes over. It reduces their vision of Zayats, and that just means that they're not going to know exactly where this vision is for the side of HellRaisers, and that's going to enable those ganks for the Lina in a couple of minutes.
Okay. Zayat's walking around to the side here, wants to set up for something if possible. Don't have any special bottled runes there. It's just going to be Lorinov popping the invis, and then going for the walk down and away. Yeah, a slow start, but you can see HellRaisers just a little bit ahead out of the laning stage. Can they make a play here onto Lorinov? Banishment is out. They have the LSA afterwards to follow with the TP coming in from Immersion. That should be enough, although Laguna Blade, it's there. Zayas, the one that cleans up the kill, not bad. Now Immersion has Spike Carapace back up again, hits it there, tries to walk away, but the right click and the finish, 2 quick kills.
I actually can't believe that turned around in their favor. Just a massive amount of damage there between the Laguna Blade and the finishing of the Shadow Poison there. So very well done. Perhaps too aggressive on the attempted turnaround there from Gambit. Instead of just getting the save on his mid laner, it cost them both their lives. And Lil gets some space in the mid lane as Lina goes back to farm, so he'll be really happy about that as he's level 4 at 7.5 minutes. Not a bad place to start for a 5 Rubik.
Dude, he's denied 2 creeps from the TA. Like, what? Lil's doing it right now on the Rubik. It's nice.
Just needs this moment to shine there. Gets a bottle on the return of Young G as well.
Dude, they're trying to stack, and this camp was still blocked this entire time, so you're still only going to have the 1 round of Ancients, and yeah, Immersion, there's nothing there for you to stack. This feels real bad for poor old TA.
Yeah, that is very depressing. You certainly need that with this hero. Like, if you're not farming Ancients, you're just leaving gold like straight up on the table with this hero. It's so free with TA. She's one of the few remaining. That's been nerfed for a lot of heroes.
Well, Dream, they're looking for somebody.
Oh no!
I
thought he was alive. He gets a free heal off. This might be enough.
I mean, they're
well, okay. Fair enough.
They're all here. So they will get that kill. Dream is still here. Does have Chrono available. Oh wait, did they see him? I thought they might have caught sight of him up there with those illusions. Doesn't look like it.
That's where you needed the 4-man hero just to pad the stats, you know?
That's true.
Right? Just hop in there, grab them all, get your relic, and run away.
Well, nonetheless, we do have
the setup.
Dream found.
Oh, no, he didn't get it!
Dude, he was just right there.
All right, well, we'll steal your jungle instead. That's fine. Stack over here, stack right there. We're taking it all. Oh, HellRaisers. They are off to such a good start this game. This is looking just as bad as last game, but instead of it being a brood game, it's just a 3-lane problem game.
They just won their lanes, and now Medusa's like retreating back to this jungle, which, by the way, for her, it's stacked. Like, she's good to go. This is really going to be a problem now, because he is just sort of farming the camps 1 by 1, but doesn't even have Dragonlance done yet. Oh, this is tough.
Yeah, and Rezo has just like max in power too. It's not like he had to go from like some shockwave and skewer build and make a bunch of plays or something. He is just comfortably farming. And there is a sentry here from Immersion. He hasn't dewarded that one quite yet. But we'll get himself a little bit of bounty thanks to that at the very least. Doesn't want to die to a Magnus though.
Yeah, that is, he's just soaking up the XP. I mean, this feels terrible. You're just watching Resolution farm your jungle and hoping to get XP from it while they're simultaneously pushing towards mid. Like, I don't know, dude. This is feeling really bad for Gambit.
All right, well, Youngji does have bots first. So he is vulnerable, right? No Yules or anything, no setup. It is putting some pressure on this Magnus and the Shadow Demon. Their only initiation right now is like walk up, telekinesis, or disruption. So they're not able to easily take this tier 1 tower.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and I mean,
that's time, you know?
It is, but it's also time for the Medusa to get towards what she wants and just farm down a triple stack Ancients. I don't know, do you think that they need to make a play with Chrono, or is it just too early for that?
I think they're waiting on the Atos for Afterlife, and they're going to smoke up. Typically, it's like a 12-minute timing for the off-lane Viper.
Ooh.
They're actually smoking towards Viper right now. They get themselves a free pick onto Zaya. Can they actually get more is the question. As Youngji just haste runes away, but look, finds a Viper.
Okay.
Well, that haste rune's going to last for a while, though.
Dude, he's just running. He's out of there.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, they got Zayat, which is something. And a little bit of free time here for Dream mid is going to be helpful.
I hope Lil got this home. Oh, yeah, he must have. Okay, because Zayad's is still level 5. But this is a really high-leveled Rubik now.
Yeah.
One behind Dream.
Yeah, he's getting towards the Blink Dagger, too. Not bad.
Okay, look at Kuman. Yeah, he's just playing by himself. Yeah,
Yeah, he
the
doesn't
whole
care.
team's like down there. He's like, yeah, this game's easy.
I mean, this is his hero. He loves this stuff. He knows where his limits are. Stacks up the camp for himself. Gonna farm it out real quickly. And I mean, they're also stacking the hard camp and ancients for him when he comes back. They throw out a stun on the Lil. Does not appear to care at all. Steals the stun. LSA comes in. They kill Immersion. Pretty Skimmy is gonna end up getting caught here by Afterlife with that Atos. So pays the price.
He wasn't ready for that one, unfortunately.
No, not quite.
Afterlife wants some bots of his own here as Young G is forced back a bit there. Not very close to that Yule Scepter again, so not a lot of options aggression-wise for Young G. Basically, just has to wait until someone else gets an item to help out, and once again, that's going to be Rezo.
True enough. Rezo gonna be the one to make it happen for him. As he is farming up on this side of the map now, the safe area. Spike Carapace comes out. And Gambit, what can they do with this Atos play? They also have the Chaotic Offering available with Chronosphere. Can they find a kill?
No vision on the smoke. Yeah, they see the void, but did not see the smoked allies. That was good. That was good. That was intentional. Yeah.
Yeah. Nicely played.
Yeah, well done by Dream. That way they get the pick with no chrono. Ideally, you like smoke again and just go triangle, I think, right there. But it's a bit risky to expend double smokes like that, especially if they potentially back away. But I feel like that's the kind of play that they need right now. It's easy to say from our, omnipotent vision here where we see everything, but
right.
Feels like they kind of got to go maybe before this Blink Dagger's done. And yeah, they're doing it. I like this. Oh, okay. Ooh, Kuman. He's so far in.
They have Zayats behind with the disruption to try and save, but again, making this play with the tier 1 tower still up is really tough. Immersion is going to spot Kuman heading over here. This is perfect if they can set this up right.
They're baiting with the TA on this side.
Oh God, they need to catch him. They gotta do this. Walks up high ground.
Dude, they're waiting.
Right there. All right, they find the background. Able to catch him here onto Zayats. Going for this kill is nice, and unfortunately, it looks like they won't be able to get the Medusa afterwards as Kuman still farms away. I mean, they have to go there, right? Because they can't kill him if the Zayats is behind.
Yeah, they played it super safe. I'm a little surprised. But it keeps the chrono up, right? They don't necessarily want to burn that quite yet. They want to keep that available for any potential. Because if they use chrono, I think they just lose their mid-tier 1 tower.
That's true.
But there is going to be a Blink Dagger, which means there's going to be a smoke out now, almost assuredly, from HellRaisers. They're TPing in Zayats. He's got the smoke. We're going to try and find a kill with this RP. But Ein might ruin it here. Does have an Invis rune.
Is very close to a Sentry Ward.
True. But they're going to go smoke to Medusa. They're saying, all right, Kuman, go hit that tower. And he says, no, I want to hit these creeps. Well, then why are we running up here with RP and a Blink Dagger? Well, I don't know. Why are you running up here with RP and a Blink Dagger? This isn't very good communication for a team of the TI qualifiers. No. Invis rune. Aha!
Breaks it. You know, I'm not going to lie. I think that they might have been saying something other than what you were saying. I think
I was dead on, aren't I?
Well,
isn't that like exactly what just happened?
I think that they speak Russian, though. That's the difference, right?
Ah, so. Man. I got to work on that.
Yeah. Well done, though. Appreciate you.
Yeah. My translation services.
Wow.
All right, well, that was a bit of a not amazing smoke. They got some good vision down as Lil also flexing his Blink Dagger there. Not going to look too good, though, if he dies. Versus just under an Ob Sentry combo. It's somehow Lil's still going to escape.
Okay.
All right, yeah, he's going to get his courier, though.
They're thinking about it.
Oh, wait. Oh, he's playing Super Saiyan. Oh, come on. This one's got an energy booster.
Dude,
all right, Immersion, you're teasing me.
I mean, Vendetta's about to wear out, too. He's not even tripping off of it. Yeah, he's just going to get a ward down instead. Is it within range? It is.
It is.
That's unfortunate.
Well, they took the mid tower while he was dancing around back there, but Faceless Void is farming up towards the SNY. I believe has the Sanj done now.
Rezo. He's thinking about it. Oh, Ein. Are you going to get caught here?
Oh, man. Oh, this is not the place.
All right, he's crazy. Steals Viper Strike, throws it back the other way. They've already killed Ein. Now Chrono comes out, connects onto both of them. Science is there, though, for the turnaround and the save. Why not? They get the Medusa ulti out, trying to walk out of here. Stun. Oh, but he turned into stone. Oh, Immersion gets caught and killed. And Dream trying to deal with these illusions. Not nearly enough damage. As they get the lift up afterwards, Young G, LSA comes out, right clicks, big RP, pulls him down afterwards. A triple kill for Young G, ultra kill, give this man the rampage. Unreal.
Never seen a support so betrayed by the trusty shovel. I would have lost all trust in this shovel. Ein is just sitting in the trees punching the shovel creep. That's basically what put him in that poor position to begin with. And then just a horrendous way to start a fight, unfortunately, there. For them. Great stone gaze and just, yeah, Immersion. Everything going perfectly wrong for Gambit and perfectly right for HellRaisers.
Dude, and like, what about Lil to just like walk in with refraction and then to like, you know, tank the Viper Strike, throw it back on the Viper, keep him out of the fight? It's so good. So good. Great win there for HellRaisers, and now up 6,000 gold.
Yeah, we always have these concerns about the mid Lina too, where it feels like there's a lot of pressure on these early rotations to try and get those first couple items, namely the BKB, because you need the Yules for the setup, but you still don't feel that safe. And now having that BKB is going to feel amazing for Young G, and a Rampage tends to help with getting the gold in the early game.
Dude, you're not wrong. And now they're setting up here. Ein is just going to get...
Why is he here?
These shows. Hello, Ein. How are you?
They know what's coming. They just feel like they can't fight right now because they don't have the Chrono or the Golems. They want to kill one more wave.
Right.
That was risky though.
Does Afterlife stick around here?
Radiant's top tower is under
Yeah, he doesn't have anywhere to go, does he? He's gonna go bottom, but I mean Void's here, so
yeah. It feels weird. It's one time walk now for the Rubik.
That Obs is catching his movement too. So Afterlife thinks that he was sneaky getting in here.
And I mean, with him TPing bottom, that gives HellRaisers the freedom to say, okay, well, we can just go up here onto the top lane and start hitting this tier 2 tower as well.
It was already safe before with the spells being down, but now, I mean, they're just straight up not going to hit a contest or delay us whatsoever. So this tower should just be gone, and then they can just move to Roche whenever they want after the outpost.
Well, the play now for Gambit is, it's looking really tough. You know, you've still got some great team fight abilities here. You've got the Chronosphere, you've got the Warlock ulti. Like, TA is still quite farmed. We've seen this hero be able to take over games. What do you think is sort of the game plan for him on the side of Gambit to try and deal with this pressure HellRaisers are bringing their way?
I think their best hope is to try and get a good vision around the Roche pit and see if they can figure out when that moment is happening, and then just force the Roche fight, like force HellRaisers to actually contest for it instead of just getting it for free.
Right.
You want to try and force their hand first, because if they're forced to RP while you still have the golem available, I think that's the best case scenario.
Spook up now. That was pinged. I don't know if there's no wards in the area, so they might just have an anticipation that this is what's happening. There's a DD on TA as well. Lil, the one that's staying up front center. Resolution, he's the one that's caught. Okay, turned upon, in trouble, and dead.
Oh, that splash. Jeez, got the courier.
Now looking for Lil, gets the time walk in to blink away. Hard to chase that hero. Immersion does have eyes onto Coolman, but oh man, it's really rough. This game feels so hard right here. I mean, they get the one nice pick off onto Rezo. That's key.
I think that HellRaisers have just been crushing it in the Vision game the past 2 games.
Yeah.
Like the last map we saw it with the Broodmother, and now on this map you can just see it's completely covered. They have this really deep Observer ward that I absolutely love. It is my favorite wards in the game right now. I think it's incredibly underrated. You just see every single courier leave the base, and you can perfectly triangulate where everyone is in the map. It's so broken.
It's true. And it's not something that, like, you know, normally if you smoke on the other side, you're like, oh, they saw that smoke. That must mean that they're, you know, right on top of us or whatever. The vision's right on top of us. But no, it's just more that other stuff that's going on. Very cool.
Money to burn.
6,000 gold lead still hanging on to it now. If they want to, you could just walk into the pit potentially. I mean, I guess it's still a little bit scary when you've got like Void and Warlock right there.
Well, at least they regained their outpost. So yeah, this is part of what you need right now for Gambit is reclaiming this so that the Roche isn't free. So
Right.
unfortunately, again, the classic of Medusa just getting more time is occurring. So Lincoln's and then even to a butterfly next. And Lorinov, the dream is getting this Aegis and farming an MKB right now.
Okay.
But the reality is buying a BKB.
That's fair. That's
You
fair.
know?
Scanning.
I do. And I mean, at the same time, like if Coolman does get into this butterfly, like he just needs more farm. He needs more time. And I will say that like TA has looked really scary when we get to the late games. If she finds a way to get there. Ooh, Orange Chinted Quiver. There you go. That's the answer.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That one would be pretty hype.
Yeah, getting a little tense though here. They smoke out again. Smoke ends. And Immersion rather is leading here on the Nyx Assassin.
Lorenov has been able to get some pretty good runes. Has the haste now. Oh, Rezo, thinking about it, looking for it. I'm standing right next to Lorenov. Dude, those moments just terrifies me. Oh god, they're all together every time.
Yeah, this whole area is like pitch black though for HellRaisers, so they're not entirely sure where they're moving in there.
Yeah.
But I mean, they already own. Well, actually, they haven't taken the outpost back yet. I wouldn't mind that.
And you talked about it earlier, the really good pressure that we're seeing from Afterlife with these boots of travel. It means he can constantly be in that fight if he needs to be. As Lorenov. Whoa, ho, ho. A little scary there. It's gonna be fine though. No pullback in. Killing the creep wave before it gets to the tier 2.
I think they're doing a good job of standing this pressure right now. Knocking up the easy Roche, not feeding away anyone too much. Those boots of travel, as you said, after it cleans up that top wave and forces Rezo to show here. So they could go aggressive right now, but they're a little bit too far spread to do it.
Mm-hmm. Well, stolen for the moment. Just going to be some refraction. Not a bad thing to steal for Lil at all.
He's just trying to get the traps.
And in the meantime, I mean, you just need to try and get more and more farm on these heroes. First component of the Scotty is there. They get the lift up now onto Immersion. Spike Carapace pushback. Atos, Afterlife, BKBs. There's the rock comes down afterwards. Look at the combo on all of them. The
Rezo can't get in.
Good amount of work, but I'm not sure if it's enough. Rezo pulls it back afterwards. Wants to get this kill, but the Yule Scepter mistiming. They get the turn. Lorenov, there's no BKB. There's no hope. He is going to fall. They obliterate the supports, but then lose their cores on poor old Gambit. And now Rezo chasing back down onto Ein as they get the skewer back with the force play. Easy peasy. Ends it.
I think the combined total damage from everyone else outside of Lina and Medusa was about 319 damage.
Yeah.
Before the last part of that team fight, you know. That was ridiculous. And then Rezo, of course, comes in with the cleanup right at the end there with the RP. But you could just see that despite looking pretty good with the golems into the chrono, they just don't have enough damage right now with how much they've been able to farm up. I mean, she's like 5,000, 6,000 gold ahead almost after this Roche on the Medusa. So the game is just very difficult right now for Gambit. They truly need one of those dream scenarios with the Fatal Bonds to get something.
And I thought that was going to be it that last time, but they just ran out of damage in the end. And TA, as you're mentioning, like needing that BKB just gets like completely controlled, and it's a problem. It's so ridiculously hard to hold this. And then the other thing,
they just can't jump first as Gambit.
Right.
I think like you actually can't win the fight like that, and that's what makes it so hard because they're playing so reserved on HellRaisers.
Right. Skewer back again, catches Immersion here. Spike Carapace, not going to be enough to stop him. And as we'll see in just a few minutes here, I think, the other problem is going to be these Shadow Demon Illusions sieging high grounds. There's just, you don't present yourself as a target.
Yeah, and these are not little measly illusions. They really hurt. Oh, those Op Sentry combo just outside that Radiant Sentry, so... Hey, something going the way of Gambit here.
Yeah, there you go. Gotta
Look at
find
Lil
what we
up here.
can.
He has an Obs, Stolen, Impale. This thing's gonna stun you for so long. He's about to roar a couple heroes.
Oh no. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a whole lot. Lift. Finds him. Stun. Skewered. Jeez. Okay. That is a tough one. That is a full Viper dead. 50 seconds. No buyback. They're just gonna walk over mid. I don't know if they can do it now. Gambit. The sort of looming specter of the Medusa is a bit too much for him.
Wards, wards, wards. Another ward on the high ground. Still another ward over to the side. They see everything.
Dude, they got
Vision
it all.
is king. Be right back.
Get ready.
Lorna. Dive. All right, the motivational speech coming out here from Lornov. He says, look, guys, it's okay. It's upper bracket, but we can still win this game. What's the insane thing? All right, guys. No, we probably lost this game, but we can do this.
Yeah, exactly. Damn, dude. DD is over here to the side as well.
Double damage.
They're ready in a moment. You've got yourself Scotty almost online for Dream. Now is your time. Believe in yourselves.
Yeah.
You don't believe it, Trent.
That was as
God,
heartfelt as I could do. It was
It's
pretty
fair.
good. Yeah.
Oh,
Rezo has been very interesting to me today. Watching his builds and everything, I think he has a very clearly defined playstyle that he's looking for. Like his game on the Sand King, he built basically the same thing, right? Just like Blink and Force Staff. So he really values this idea of the positioning. So I think Force Staff as a whole is just so much weaker than it used to be. But when you have these heroes that are just so reliant on positioning, that you can really abuse it. And yeah, that was. I really hate new telekinesis. I'm not gonna lie. Like the amount of cast range you get on Rubik just feels kind of dumb these days.
dude, and that was before Ceremonial Robe, which they just picked up too. Like these people are gonna be stunned the whole game, which might not be actually that much longer if we're gonna be honest about it. But,
Oh, but wait, the Agonist.
yes,
Wow, he's actually been farming that up.
he's got it, but he's dead. 10 seconds left on the Knicks. They've got one last hope here, one last attempt. If they can sort of mana burn Dusa continuously.
Yeah. It puts the mana burn range at 1050. He's only level 2 right now, unfortunately. And he
Oh,
will
no.
be megaed.
Well,
Yes!
stun hits. Got him. Oh, he had the lift. Ooh, Chrono only catches onto one. That's not good enough. Shadow Demon Disruption, Afterlife, Spider Legs, and they blink away. Kuman runs in. Rock solo. RP on a few more than that Rock was, as the GG is called. HellRaisers. The thing of beauty from this game.
Man, Gambit looks so good in game 1. Kind of like coming back from a bit of a deficit there with all the great combo plays that they were pulling off on HellRaisers. And I suppose like even losing that game as HellRaisers, we did see a lot of potential right off the bat with like the communication and the synergy they were having. It felt like more like a general game plan that became the issue. This time, the game plan was very good, and they played almost flawlessly throughout this match.
Yeah, I was super impressed. And we talked a ton about the mid lane and how that was going to go. I don't think Lorenov played badly necessarily, but Young G played really well this game. Obviously getting a Rampage, that's going to be the highlight from it, but 10-0-5, there were a couple other ones that looked real good throughout that, being that like constant setup, finding those LSAs onto TA in the laning stage. Really impressive showing. And of course, Lil, we said it at the beginning of the cast and the beginning of the entire series, like as Lil goes, so goes HellRaisers, and he's going pretty good.
Yeah, he played exceptionally this game, and him and Rezo very similar blink timings, right? So they giving a little bit of space to this, position 5 Rubik here really helped out in some of these like earlier aggressions on the map they were looking for, and it also helps with the vision game. You know, some analysts like to just point to the draft and be like, well, they obviously won because of the draft. Yeah, well, I will just cheapen out and just say they won because of the wards. That's honestly, it's so easy to point to. Like it comes from several factors, but I think Zayat's getting in there very early and securing the vision inside that top dire jungle really limited Lorenov. We saw the blocks that they had in the early game too to stop the ancient stacking for Lorenov, and then late game they were able to perfectly predict when they wanted to contest Roche because of the courier wards near the dire base. So vision was king despite not even having very good vision heroes outside of like Shadow Demon Poison. They just used their positioning on the map to secure it instead.
Impressive showing, being able to sort of take advantage of that, as you said, despite the vision heroes and them having one on the TA. So we'll end here now on that series. The final one for today. I believe that we're gonna have another little breakdown afterwards. We're gonna go a quick break. We get back. Panel is gonna be back. That includes us and the wonderful Danes. We'll see y'all then.